Alright, welcome back to How to Make Hero Concepts. Today we're going to be looking at how to make a classic soldier characteristic. The classic soldier fit isn't seen in every single game. It's very much the most basic character concept you can make. This is usually going to be your tutorial character. This is usually going to be the character that most people are going to know how to play right out the gate. It has very, very realistic weaponry because it's a soldier concept. What game doesn't have soldiers in it, especially an FPS game? Most games start out with this when they're making their first concept in the game. However, this wasn't the first concept I came up with, but very close to it. It's just going to be a general soldier concept. It's going to have very simple abilities. It's got to be simple for a reason. This is usually going to be the character that you're going to put into the tutorial to get the player introduced to the game and how it works. Here we have Barbed Wire. As you can see, it's a play off barbed wire, barbed wire, barbed wire. Roles attack, playstyle shooter, and description a general, because he's a general. Playstyle shooter. Most soldier playstyles will be shooters. They're usually going to have a gun as a primary and have some sort of side weapon, and also going to have some sort of attack features. Like for example, primary auto rifle, standard issue cybernetic auto rifle, some futuristic version of like an M16 or AR-15 or AR-16 or AK-47. I'm going to say probably an AR-15 or AR-16. Assault rifle, or an M16-4. Passive, tactical job, double speed jog. Instead of walking, he can run double speed. He can double speed his walking by just running faster. Then he has a secondary weapons, side pistols, cooldown 12 seconds. They basically just fire 2 pistols at once into an area, get some quick kills with the quick magazines, and then cooldown for 12 seconds. Tactical dodge ability of a shot fired nearby. So if someone launches an attack into you, you can use tactical dodge to dodge that attack that is coming near you. So you can dodge a nearby attack that is incoming. It hasn't hit you yet, but it's close to hitting you. Hit tactical dodge and you'll avoid it. You won't take damage from it. Pocket frag, throw a frag grenade. Pretty simple. It's classic soldier ability. Just throw like a grenade or something in your back pocket. Get out of there without getting killed. Barbed wire stuns players and hurts them for 25 damage. 6 seconds per wire, max is 5. So you can put down up to 5 barbed wires, and if a player runs over it, an enemy player runs over it, it stops them, stuns them, and hurts them for 25 damage. Pretty effective. And finally, medkit. Throw 3 medkits that heal 100 per ally. So you throw down 3 medkits that can be used by 3 allies to heal them for 100 damage per medkit. And then you've got your ultimate. Sort of like fear gas or mustard gas from World War I, but with a terrible twist. Ultimate terror gas. Gas bomb that covers an area in nauseous gas that warps the brain and pains all who are caught inside its reigns. You see hallucinations, you see shadows, causes your vision to get all woozy, nauseous, and it damages them. Any enemy that's in that cloud gets nausea, warps their vision, pains them passively as they're caught in the area that it covers. And that is the classic soldier. Primary is usually a gun. They usually have a secondary weapon, like the side pistols. They usually have something having to do with mobility, tactical jog, tactical dodge. They usually have an explosive ability, pocket frag, throw a frag grenade, launch a grenade. Barbed wire, that's something they usually don't have. They usually have some sort of healing. The barbed wire is just another ability they can use. It's optional. You don't have to have the barbed wire or a trap ability. That's just something I added because his name is Barbed Wire, so I decided give him some barbed wire to put down. But they usually also have this at the bottom, a healing ability. So the 4 things that a classic soldier concept has. Primary is a gun. They have a secondary weapon. They have a mobility ability. Sometimes they have 2, like a passive, that's a tactical jog or tactical dodge. They usually have an explosive ability, like a grenade. Pocket frag is our grenade attack. And they usually have some sort of healing. They could use it, or they could be healing allies with it, with this medkit ability here. Alright, let's move to the stat block, and then we'll get to the story afterwards. So of course, barbed wire attack, shooter, general, and it has 200 health, so let's fill out that statistic. Barbed wire is the name, is a general. The shooter playstyle. Auto rifle is their primary. and their tactical jog is their passive, with the side pistols as their their secondary ability. So of course the side pistols and assault rifle are projectile weapons, so they'll get the orange. The tactical jog is a mobility item, mobility ability, so it's going to get the gray because it's just an ability. Tactical dodge is also an ability, and pocket frag is a splash attack because it is a grenade, so it does explode. Therefore, it is going to be the red. It is going to get our red for a splash attack. So pocket frag is red. Tactical dodge is once again another mobility ability, so it's going to get our gray icon there. And then finally we have barbed wire, I think. Barbed wire and medkit. So medkit is a healing item, healing ability. Most soldiers need a healing ability, and the barbed wire is the optional trap ability that I gave based on his name. And his final ability is the terror gas, which is a combination of fear gas and chloride gas that was used in World War I. And that is going to get a poison effect because it is a poisonous gas, and our health is 200. Now, let's end it on his story. Let's go back to our sheets, and let's look at his story, because he's got a pretty extensive story because he's one of the main characters. The current general of Internato, should be of, not or, I'll have to change that later, but of Internato, a peacekeeping pact of heroes and smaller fighting groups that help keep the world and its people safe from threats. Overwatch, Valorant, Call of Duty, COD, is it USNC or is it UNSC? It's either UNSC or USNC for Halo. Just the Spartans, sort of like the Spartans. It's just a group of superheroes or heroes that or have cybernetic implants. They basically just keep the world safe from threats. Barbed Wire used to be a co-operator of another wing of the operation known as the Shadow Ops unit, operated by Eugenia. But during the plague events, he had to sacrifice many of the Shadow Ops fighters in order to save his unit and civilians. Big sacrifice there, but it turned out to not go his way because, as a result, with Eugenia and his fighters being revealed to be alive, but badly disfigured from their injuries, their forces have become rivals, and now seeking to control the world through contracts and force the closure of Internato. Think Talon from the Overwatch world. I'm trying to think of, is it called the Fire Squadron? I don't know. It's in the Halo 5 video game. There's like a different version of the Spartans. They're like rivals, basically. They want to do the same. So Eugenia and his forces, they want to do the same thing as Internato, but also close Internato or prove it to be worthless. As a gotcha to Barbed Wire and his group, because Barbed Wire sacrificed them to save himself, his unit, and other civilians. So yeah, in review, that is our classic soldier concept. Give him a good backstory of some sort of event, so that he's got a rival or something, or got a goal to that shows that he's willing to make sacrifices, and he's also a current soldier or retired soldier. He could be retired from this event. Maybe he doesn't want to fight after this event. And you have to give him the classic soldier equipment or loadout. Primary is a gun, secondary optional gun, mobility, at least one mobility ability, an explosive ability such as like a grenade, pocket frag is a grenade, and some sort of healing item, healing ability for his allies or himself. Could be either or, could be both. Alright, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like it. I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo!